Next, I'm going to read part of Al's novel that he's working on. What was it called?
Banting's Dream. Banting's Dream.
Banting's Dream. All right, and I believe we're nearing the end of chapter 1. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to read a little bit of chapter 1 near the end, and we're going to read a little bit of chapter 2. Banting reined the team in, bringing the buckboard to a jaunty stop so he could reach into his tobacco tin and roll a smoke. He then took out his last match and struck the head against the side of the buckboard to light it. Taking a few errant puffs, he allowed the cigarette to lazily hang out of the left corner of his lips as he once more took up the reins and flicked them twice. "Come on, you nags. Get going. I have a date with a lady and it won't do to keep her waiting." Just as the wagon got going again, Banting heard the distant rolling report of a rifle off ahead of him from somewhere at the top of the canyon. Seconds later, his face was showered with splinters from where the bullet had hit the wagon. "God damn it!" Banting cursed vehemently as he leapt off the ridge right side of the wagon and hunkered down behind it, using the scant and thin cover of the buckboard side to attempt to conceal himself from the view of his hidden assailant. He brought his own rifle to bear and allowed a cold and grim smile to crease his face as he carefully scanned the canyon rim for signs of a shooter. He ducked his head back just in time to narrowly miss another shot at him that went flying. Banting could barely see the telltale puffs of smoke issuing from the shooter's drum barrel. He was, according to his estimates, at 1 o'clock high from where Banting had been seated. The outlaw, turned bounty hunter, neither knew nor cared who the fool was who had now taken to cowardly shots at him like a bushwhacker, but Banting would be damned if he allowed him a third. This was the third time in the past week that he'd narrowly escaped being ambushed. Banting was confident, however, in his ability with a weapon. Confidence born of a long, harrowing, and violent life. Taking a bead with his own rifle, he quickly rose from his position and fired off an answering shot himself, banking on the shooter's need to reload between shots. He chuckled darkly with a grim satisfaction as he saw a figure fall off the cliff to the ground beneath him. If the bullet itself hadn't killed the dry gulcher, the fall definitely would. That was a 200-foot drop straight down to the canyon floor. No one could survive that. Before climbing back on board behind the stoic team, Banting reached into a secret compartment hidden in the wagon's undercarriage and withdrew the wooden case of his trusty spyglass, part of the inheritance he'd gotten from the death of his seafaring father. Satisfied that it was indeed safe to continue on his approach, after his appointed date with the lovely Miss Moira McConnell, he gathered the reins and drove into town. The town of Dead Horse, Texas was like many of the small frontier towns that dotted the Texas landscape. It was a town that had sprung up around one of the few oases that periodically appeared amidst the deceptively barren and desolate desert. The town comprised of a few sparse homesteads, a small general store that also served as the region's post office, town hall, church, cafe, and the saloon that Moira ran, McConnell's. It had been originally started by Moira's now dead father, Banting, as a silent partner, when he realized he couldn't support a family as a Baptist preacher out of the Wild West. It had, to Banting's mind, proved to be a mutually lucrative, though secretive arrangement. It was also an arrangement that Banting had endeavored to maintain with his deceased friend's surviving daughter. The pragmatic bounty hunter had almost completely dismissed the harrowing last few moments, compartmentalizing it in the back of his mind as something to deal with later, as time and circumstances permitted. He tossed the tail end of his smoke negligently into the dirt road and entered town. Chapter 2. This is a letter, January 1st, 1835. Hello, dearest mother. I pray this letter finds you in both good health and spirits, and that all is well with the family back east. I realized that you never truly understood, nor greeted my restless and, to your mind, inexplicable drive to venture forth into the western frontier. I admit that I could easily have made a comfortable living by continuing to work for Father in the family business. However, I yearn more than anything else to try my mettle, as it were, alongside all those hardy and stalwart pioneers who went before me, and to forge my own destiny and fortune with my own two hands, much as our family's forefathers did all those years ago when they came here from the home country. By the time you've begun reading this letter, I will have already embarked upon the first leg of my journey westward. I beg your understanding and your forgiveness. Your loving son, Thomas. Having written the first of what would prove to be a long series of letters home, Thomas P. Belgrand took one last look around at the house that had been his childhood home, committing as best as he could every detail to memory before placing the letter on the large oak dining room table where his family all ate breakfast each morning. Robert, his family's long-serving and loyal manservant, a Frenchman who had served his grandfather faithfully for years as general's aide, stood silently at the doorway with all of Thomas's luggage. Sir, your carriage awaits you in the courtyard, and your ship is due to leave port within the next 2 hours, Robert reminded him in a respectful tone. I fear I would be remiss not to beg you one last time to forego your plans to embark on this journey. Your mother and father will... Thomas was cut off by Robert's raised right left hand, signaling him to the side. The man had ever been Thomas's friend, and generally Thomas listened to the wise and old Frenchman's advice. But this time his mind was made up, and he would not be deterred from his chosen course. Please, Robert, let not our last minutes together be marred with quarreling, my friend. I can understand, even appreciate your concern. However, I'm understanding. To be continued.